Garden mistakes for June. A lot of not mistakes, actually. Okay, this Brugmansia. A surprise windstorm came up while I was at work and defoliated this almost completely. So I should have had this better protected. It is coming back, obviously. It'll be just fine, but I set it back a bit and it's already too big for its pot. This is the thing, it needs a bigger pot, but if the pot gets bigger, it's not going to be able to get in and out of the house easily. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think I'm going to start another cutting and just start this beauty over. This beautiful Darlene dahlia in way too small a pot. She's huge. She is at least 4 feet tall. So, and I do keep track of how tall dahlias get, but my garden's weird. Some plants end up a little bit bigger than I expect. I had this in last year's video, and it's true. Letting this mulberry tree live because I didn't know what it was, and by the time I figured it out, I was like, oh, we'll just let it ride. That was not smart. So we liked it for the privacy aspect, but we don't need all this upper growth. Come here. So that is a mulberry. They're okay, but they're not amazing. So what I plan to do is to keep the privacy aspect. Look at this. Ugh. Is I'm going to cut it right here so it pushes growth lower for more of a privacy hedge. And then the rest of this will just be gone up there because we don't need that. We just need the privacy hedge part. So, lesson. Research earlier about what you have when you buy a new house and things start cropping up. So I did not do that. This looks a mess, but I'm actually extremely happy with all of this. Mistake here is, I think I know where the division line is, but I'm not sure between snap peas and English peas. So that kind of matters. And I ate them, and these over here are obviously English because the outside, the husk is almost completely inedible. Well, these are mildly edible, but I don't know if this right here is English or snap. So I'm treating them as English so I can put peas in tikka masala. That's why I grow English peas. As you can see, we have some canna from the best sister ever who rescued from another mistake I made, not properly securing my canna bulbs, corms, tubers, whatever, properly to survive the winter, and they all died, and then I didn't have any, and then my sister just happened to mention, hey, look at this, the thing you gave me, look how great it looks. I'm like, oh my God! Or not how great it looks, but it's still alive after the winter. And I was like, please, can I have some? And she gave me some, so. Shade garden, only mistake here is I know I saved the tag, but I don't know where I put it, so I'm not exactly sure what this is. And I've been really good about saving the tags of everything else, so I know what it is, but that should have saved the tag. I need to mow. Oh well. It's not tall enough for the city to come after me and just piss off a few neighbors who are fussier. Definitely not a mistake. Smoke tree looking good. Over the winter, I didn't properly prepare mulching my roses, because here in South Dakota we usually get a lot of snow. It's pretty much a given. For some reason last year we got very little snow, which I learned a hard lesson by losing half my roses, that the mulch I put in the fall was not enough. They really need the insulation of that snowpack. So what needs to happen is, if that happens again, I need to come out here, water, mulch, very thickly to counter the absence of snow. Oops. Uh-oh. I think this is the third bag that fell off of about 100. Look how many extras that aren't bagged. They'll just be bait for the codling moth, and hopefully they'll leave the rest alone. Hardening off mistake. Peppers are actually coming back nicely. They always do, but they would be bigger if, poor little cabanata, if I hardened off more carefully. And I'm very survival of the fittest when it comes to hardening off. But with peppers, I really need to finally learn the lesson that they're just different. I have to baby them, because one of my favorite peppers is habanada. And I'm probably not going to get any this year, and that's my fault. Potatoes, no mistakes, looking amazing. Oh. Mistake. This is okra. This was supposed to be cotton, and it was cotton. It wasn't really a mistake out of doing something wrong. Like intentionally, like hardening off too hard with the peppers. This was a variegated cotton, stunning. And with the variegation, some parts of the variegation make it more sensitive to sun damage. So I lost all the different cottons I started. They look great as seedlings. They're beautiful. I've got a short that shows you how gorgeous they are. So I will be trying again next year, because my friend and his wife are so generously going to send me more cotton seeds of this variegated cotton, which I'm so grateful. And we'll start again next year, and I'll know a little more to do it correctly. Probably should have mulched the onions a little more heavily. This is looking good. Really happy with how this is looking. Happy. Look at all the peas. It's gonna get to about 100 degrees today. So after I shoot this, I want to get it done before the wind picked up. I will harvest English peas and snow peas. These tomatoes are looking amazing. No mistakes here. Mistake here that I've corrected is, obviously need to weed, but it's not too bad. I made these holes in the tarp and planted them, because this is not weed fabric, this is tarp, because I want to, one of my hypotheses is that if I cover this area with a squash vine borer likes to pupate and come the next year, if I cover it and make it more difficult for them to emerge in the spring, will that reduce my population? So I put holes in this tarp. I had it flat though. You'll notice I have this rock right here. That's to lift it, because when I was watering, it was just running off. And we obviously don't want that. So I put a little rock on this side, so when it waters, it goes underneath and helps to water the next row. And maybe it'll drown out a few emerging moss too. Not the worst consequence. So, not seeing any squash vine borers in these traps over here. Oops. I love this little corner. I put 2 dahlias right here. You can see the problem. It's all shaded out. So yesterday I had to move them, but it's really hot, but they needed to be moved. So I moved them over there. But that was a mistake. I even knew it. I was like, it's shaded. Will they do fine? I was like, I'll just push them so they get sun. Nope. So they need to be moved. These are tall enough to where I think they'll be okay. There's a few dahlias left back here. Otherwise, it's all coming together really nicely. Pretty pleased. So that's my mistakes for June, including overwintering. We'll see what the rest of summer has in store. Thanks for watching.